everybody and welcome on today's video. Today we are inside because it's raining and well, yeah, this is the setup for this winter, I'm afraid. So the light is not perfect, but I'm trying my best. When we work on the tree, I will put the lights a little closer on the tree. So I wanted to talk to you about this little juniper cascade. So this is how it looks today. And well, there's a history, of course, and I thought, well, it might be nice to make a little editing of the previous videos. And I tried to do a voiceover, and well, it was not easy, but I tried my best. So I propose that we watch this right now. So the tree started its journey as a air layer, and I put it in a little brown pot where it was allowed to grow for 2 or 3 years, I think. And here I'm trying to define a right angle for this planting and trying to position some of the branches. And I wanted to make a cascade, so I needed a nice pot to do that. And here I had a nice little moon pot, like they call it. It's made by a guy that I know. Nice little pot. So it was time to get the tree out of its original container, and as you see, it had quite a lot of good healthy roots, so I had to untangle that, which was quite a lot of roots to untangle, but finally I managed to get it in a pot. I was not really sure at that moment what was the direction of this tree. Anyway, it did not really matter. The only thing that I had to do was tuck all the roots in, make sure that the pot was well anchored and that it could grow for at least a year. So here it is. I thought that the cascading branch would go to the right, but well, afterwards I changed my mind, and well, you see that in the coming minutes. So this is a little close-up of the tree as it was in 2020. So in January 2022, I decided that it was time to do the first styling and wiring on this tree. So I was not really sure about left, right for the cascading branch. So I was trying to bend the trunk to make a informal upright on it. And well, the possibilities that I had with these branches was that the left side was probably going to be the best. So that's what I decided. And I had nice side branch, back branches, so then I had to wire it, and that's what I'm gonna do here. So of course this is a very much speeded up version of what was visible in the previous video. So I started with the top, and I made it like a informal upright there, using one of the little side branches as a new leader, so that I had a long piece to make a kind of windswept branch. And then I had to wire the back branch there, side branches, position them, and then came the difficult part of the cascading branch, which was dead straight, and I needed to get some movement in that. Therefore I had to use some fairly heavy wire, and it was not easy to put on. I also shortened it a little, because when some long branches get shorter, well, they get more dense, and that's what I wanted to achieve. So once that the main branch was wired and bent a little, I could position the side branches, and that's what I did. So you can see that slowly the sides are going down and are wired. This is how the tree looked after a full year of growing, and well, I must say that I was really happy with that. And One thing that I did not like was that the tree was a little bit too low in its pot and too much to the left side, so I decided to get it out and reposition it in the pot, but not really doing a root prune. As you see, the roots grew well, so I had to raise it a little bit in order to give it the right tilt, because now it was almost falling out of the pot, so that was better. And I wired the tree in, something that I don't usually do, but okay. And a little moss to make it a little more attractive. So this is how this tree looked at the end of October. And then I had to see if I had to rewire it, so I was waiting for some branches to bounce back, and I decided to wait for a month and then wire it in November if it was necessary, and well, of course it was necessary. So that was my next job. So in November I decided to rewire the tree, so I started with the top, and to show that clearly, I just covered the cascading branch with a purple cloth. So now you have a good visual on the top part, which is the informal upright part. And once that was in position, I could tackle the cascading branch. All just small wiring, because the main cascading branch was, well, where I wanted it. So it's just positioning and filling up every little space that could be filled. Small wire, but good job. And this is how the tree looks when this wiring is completed. So I'm kind of happy. This is how it looks from all sides. And this is how the tree was at the end of 2022. So I hope you enjoyed the little history of this tree. So let's come a little closer now, have a look at the tree, and then see what we can do eventually to well, make this tree progress just a little. I must say that I'm rather happy how it looks now, so, well, okay. So overall, I must say that I'm really happy with the progression of this tree. There's just one branch that I'm wondering, should I take it off or not? And it's the branch that makes this little pompon here. So why? Well, there's a simple reason. This branch comes from here. So I hope you can see that on camera. This branch comes from here and then comes all the way down to here. You see? And well, it's not doing a whole lot for the tree. So I think if I just remove it, I'm not going to lose a whole lot of the structure and of the cascade. I can remove it just by getting it in my hand, and well, yeah. So I think it's not helping. So I'm going to cut it back. It will shorten the cascade just a little, but it's not taking away anything. So that's the only thing that I really want to do on this tree. So I'm going to take this as a cutting, and you never know. It's always nice to have a little extra juniper. And now, of course, I can put this little piece down and then up again, which makes the cascade again a little lower, but it's more balanced. So for the rest, I think I'm going to let this tree grow. There are some portions where I could cut a branch away. For example, I have 3 branches here, so it's not really necessary. But I want this tree to become very healthy, grow well, and therefore it needs all its solar panels. So I'm not going to do too much. The only thing that I did last week was get rid of some of the downwards pointing growth, so just by pinching these little details, you get a nice clean surface which defines the pads and the little pompons, so I think it's good. Another thing is, if I repot this tree, I think it might be better if the front was something a little more like this. So I don't know what you think about that, but I think it looks a little better. Yeah, well, it's of course just a question of taste. A little more like this, I think it's gonna be better. So that's really it. Well, yeah, that's it. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, notification bell, things like that. So thank you for watching and see you next time.